Hello everyone, this is Joe Lane, President of Lane Family Funeral Homes here in the Mahoning Valley. What I wanted to do today was to basically talk a little bit about what Lane Funeral Homes are doing during the COVID-19 crisis. We have talked to the press in recent days, and we have been in the print media as well, talking about how funeral homes have had to adapt to doing what we do during these times, and the impact that it's also had on families that we serve. And we are considered an essential business for really obvious reasons, but it's important for everyone to remember that we are going to try to adjust things to try to allow people as much closure as they can under the circumstances. At this point in time, we've got limitations set by the governor with respect to the number of people that should be attending any type of service. Obviously, we're trying to maintain the social distancing standards set by the state of Ohio. And we've been doing our best to do that, and families have been extremely understanding among themselves as to why they have to do this. And it's presented some real challenges, though. We've tried to make as many of the arrangements that we can do by the computer, by going online and doing everything that way. If people don't have access to a computer, we are able to courier out paper information, which we can then talk to them on the phone. They can fill that paperwork out, get it back to us. So we're making a lot of our arrangements that way to avoid unnecessarily putting groups together. And then the type of services that we're having, we're minimizing the type of services we're having by keeping the numbers down, of course, to the minimum amount or maximum amount, I guess, that we can have. And that's tough because it means making decisions as to who's going to be here and who isn't. And certainly we would, like to allow people to have more people present, but we really can, and that's for their safety and our safety as well. Some of the things that have happened that have really made us feel bad and wish that we could do more are the situations where someone has died as a result of the virus, and the spouse is in a situation where they have to remain quarantined for 2 weeks. That means that nothing really can be done with the family for a couple weeks, and that means that, say if a husband passes away and leaves his surviving spouse, the kids can't go see mom because they have to wait for the 14 days. And you can imagine how difficult that is emotionally on people. So it's really stressful. But we're trying to do everything we can to do what we do. And we always like to say, our job is to bring people together at these really difficult times. And this is sort of contrary to all that. We have to sort of keep them apart a little bit. And it's really tough, and it is a challenge, but we're doing the best we can with it, and so the families are understanding. Now, I'm going to take you into the back of the funeral home here and show you a couple of the things we've done with respect to dealing with the social distancing, and just show you just a little thing, but just so you get an idea of a couple of the things that we've done. Now, in all the funeral homes that we do have, we're taking a similar approach as far as setting up the rooms and the chapels with 5-6 foot distance. Try to get it 6 feet on the chairs so that when the minimal amount of people that are here are attending, they don't have to wonder where they're going to sit or how far apart they should be. We try to set that up for them. And what we do, like here at Austintown, we actually have 2 rooms set up like this so that if you would go through the modern fold doors, as they call them, at the back of the little chapel here, we have an identical room set up on the other side, so that after we would have one of the small family private services here, we can, after they're gone, we can close this room down, clean it, disinfect all the surfaces, and then use the other side if we have to for a service that follows right after that. Again, just to try to make things more efficient and make people comfortable that we're maintaining the facility in such a way that we're going to minimize any potential contact with the virus. One thing that a lot of people have asked me is, what do we do about going to the cemetery? And are we allowed to go to the cemetery? And all the cemeteries have their own requirements now as far as what we can do there, who's allowed to attend and be there for an interment, for the burial. And it varies. Some places allow really no one, and they just will do a more or less a FaceTime type video for the family, sort of live stream it so that they can see that it's being taken care of. But we do everything we can to allow the family to actually do what the cemetery will allow as far as going with us to make the actual burial. So it's a challenge, but we have been able to work it out, and families again have been very understanding. And the one thing is what everyone needs to I would hope to realize is, and what is my promise, is that we know this is a difficult time. What we do is normally so different than this. What you experience in these times is normally way different than this. But we will do everything we can to still make it as easy for you as we possibly can, and try to soften the blow of all the changes that have occurred and that we're having to deal with besides the loss of your loved one. So that's really important to us. And as many years as we've been around, it hasn't changed now. This doesn't change anything. We're going to be who we are, and we're going to provide that service to all of the folks out there that need us. And we'll all be here till this thing's over, and we'll get through it all together.